Dyke Park in Houston. We've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Houston Astros. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And starting this one, Ronel Blanco. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do.
Well, the roof is open. Astros with the City Connects on as we start the first of 3 here with Houston. 10-game road trip coming up with a day off, breaking up the 3 series. As Ronel Blanco is starting for the Houston Astros against a bit of a revamped right-handed order. Gleyber Torres, usually the 5th batter in the lineup. Good! That was a good first swing of the game. Wow, what a difference between the 2 sliders. Fouled away as Blanco went to the heater. Down in the zone, it would have been a good pitch to do something with, but the first fastball we've seen. The 0-2. Swing and miss. Fastball down, then fastball just too tall. And Gleyber swung right through it. Swing wasn't all that bad, but just a little bit too high up there. As here's Carpenter. That's unfortunate. That's another good pitch to hit. Carpenter's sweet spot. 396 average for Carpenter. Well inside.
And that is ball 1.
Carpenter only hit of the day yesterday against Baltimore, the home run. Ooh. First time we've seen that curveball. And oh my goodness, it looked like it was going to be a ball, then a strike, then a ball, all in one pitch. Ripped to right field. I don't know why you throw that fastball down there again. Tigers get their first hit of this one with 1 away in the first inning for a red-hot Riley Green.
On time with everything, really good balance, nice extension. And he met it out front
351 average all of a sudden. There was a point in his slump. I mean, it was below 300. It was 280s. And he's just been really hitting the ball well for average for the most part over the month of April. But that series against Baltimore hit home runs number 2 and 3.
That's a
ball high.
And that's ball 1.
In the midst of an 8-game hit streak. Not sure if we've had a 10-gamer for any Tiger all year. Ooh.
Tap foul to plate.
Just going to assume some bad contact. Yeah, I guess. A couple of fastballs down from Blanco that I would love to do damage on. That is a ball. Very strange animation. Does not get past Diaz behind home plate. 2-1 here on Green. And that one is ripped to right field. Fastballs down have been crushed by the lefties so far. And now that long homestand, our longest of the year, is over, we'll see here if maybe we can start to get Torkelson heated back up again. Sometimes just coming home or going on the road, just a change of scenery can break these guys out of it. He started to try and break out of it. 4th in the American League in home runs. And he gets plunked. Well, first pitch is a mistake from Blanco. And here's Tomas Nido, who's done nothing but damage since he's been called up.
Tomas Nido at the plate.
Ground ball. That ain't going to do much damage. Oh. Oh, my God. He might have 11 speed, but I feel like he's even slower down the line. This was not a well-executed double play. Felt really slow, and Nito is still out by a considerable margin. Felt like a pitch in those same spots that Carpenter and Green ripped, and
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of
did that
ERA,
with it.
but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters. And
Jack
perhaps
Flaherty,
get some swings and misses,
tough
put
luck,
himself
2
in
and
position
3
bring
to
that
start the
ERA
year.
down, because you know in the back of his mind,
Altuve
beyond
to
the
lead
W,
off.
he wants to have a better earned run average.
Ooh. Really late swing on the slider there. Yeah. 11 speed. Sucks, don't it?
Next offering is
Missed
foul
with a
back.
sinker, but it's still fouled away by Altuve. Try and tie him up maybe a little bit here. That ain't tying anybody
Ball,
up.
It stays 0-2.
Well, it's back-to-back mistakes to a really good contact hitter. Swing and a miss, and a good block behind home plate by Dingler. Throw down. Completes the strikeout, and a good start for Jack.
The money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side throw.
I mean, hey, we remember the late days of Miguel Cabrera in Tigers franchise. He had 0 speed.
Mauricio Dubon. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but
He may have had
hoping he'll
one
turn it
speed.
around soon. In there for a
Fastball
strike at the
in
top of
from
the zone.
Flaherty to Mauricio Dubon. Very similar records for these two teams.
And
Grounded
that is
foul.
out of play.
0 for 3 in his last outing. Missed that.
Next pitch misses way outside.
So now 1 and 2 on Dubon. Obviously, bases clear for Alvarez would be ideal. Curveball, he would not
skips into
chase. And the 2-2. And we hit him.
He had 2 strikes on him. And he hit
That
him.
is 2 hit batters, one by each team. Now remember when we said bases clear for Alvarez would be great? Well, that ain't the case. Third in the American League in home runs is Yordan Alvarez. Trailing our Kerry Carpenter. Ripped foul. 2 strikes here on Alvarez, but a lot of misses over the plate so far for Jack. Good curveball. This could be 2. Sweeney will turn back onto first, and everybody's safe. Oh, no, we got the out at second base.
Effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw.
To be fair to Sweeney,
But he got it off and
I mean,
got
he
it
did
in
everything
time
he
to get
could
the
here. I
second
didn't think
base.
we got an out
And now it's Christian Walker.
at second, but apparently we did. So no damage really done by Alvarez.
That one missed.
Slider will miss low to 4-hole hitter Christian Walker. Alvarez is a lot quicker here in game than I would have thought that he is.
Hammers that one deep left field and for
Yeah. About damn time we paid for a mistake. There have been so many this inning.
circles the bases.
And that slider just hung
50 of career home
for
runs.
Christian Walker. Career home run, 150. We left way too many balls over the middle of the plate, and it was really only a matter of time until damage was done. And it happened right there. Not only that, an emphatic home run out onto the train tracks.
Exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
See ya. Might have even gone over.
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
All right, well,
It's been a
make
tough
sure
stretch
that's
for
the
him
only
at the plate.
damage.
Only 2 hits over the last 5
Ball
games.
1
First pitch misses.
to Yainer Diaz, today's catcher. And on the ground, Torkelson, bit of a tricky play.
He takes it himself to
But it will end the first inning. Christian Walker goes deep. Those glasses are terrible. Not sure what's up with those. They're not on him right now.
It's Major League Baseball, and it's on.
Goodbye,
the show.
baseball. That there, by the way, was their first hit of the game. Not good.
All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder.
A hit batter, and then a fielder's choice. Followed up with the home run. It's your Zach McKinstry.
Fastball for a strike. There it was.
Tigers just had opportunity after opportunity in the first inning to get something done. Couldn't do it. Double play killed our chances.
And
Wow.
there's the ball.
1-1 apparently.
Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish. Notice
We
Trey
are
Farrell,
Woody
umpire
Keller
for hitters
free
and
for the
pitchers.
series.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate.
And on the
You
fastball.
can't always be sure how it's
Not going to get
with
much
those
better
pitches
on the
as
heat
game
there from
progresses.
Blanco. 95 on that one. Wow.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out and quickly one away in the second.
Certainly didn't feel like bad timing, but it is Zach McKinstry as Blanco picks up strikeout number 2.
Pitch like that in tight, you just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension.
There's Trey Sweeney.
That's what he definitely should have laid off of.
Probably in the best run of the season right now
Now
for
a chance
Trey.
for Trey Sweeney.
He's not really
That
doing
one
much
is lifted in
damage.
the
That
air.
one is hit well, but right at Alvarez.
Right there to make the
Out
grab.
number 2.
2 down.
The catcher, number 13.
Not really hitting for extra base power. He's lucked into some
2 out,
doubles.
space is empty.
And a very
now the
quick
catcher comes up to
inning
hit.
so
Dylan
far, so we'll
Dingler.
see if Dylan Dingler can just eat pitches here.
That one's in there.
A lot of
4-1.
strikes being fired so far by Blanco. And Dingler hits one fairly well, carrying a bit, but caught just shy of the track by Chaz McCormick.
Nothing doing here
A couple of
this
hard-hit
half.
baseballs
We go to the
in the
bottom
inning, but the
number
Tigers
2.
do no
It's
damage.
the Astros
Paredes,
2 and the
Singleton,
Tigers
and Pena do up. Good news here is that this year we don't have to ask ourselves who the hell is John
For
Singleton,
the Astros, Isan Paredes.
because we know what happened when we did that a year ago.
That's
You know, this
it.
former
That's strike 1.
Tiger, Isan Paredes, to lead off the inning.
Right through there for a strike.
Slider doesn't feel like it's going to be a very good pitch today for Jack. Good
Keeps the
changeup,
at-bat
but
going
foul.
with a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Like to be able to put somebody away here quickly, but Lord knows that ain't going to happen. Good
That's out
curveball
to
hit
center field.
fairly well, but right at Riley
Makes
Green.
the grab, one away.
I think we might have missed up a little bit with that curveball, but it was at least inside.
Singleton.
No.
Next for the Astros.
We didn't miss up at all. That ball was below the zone. Fooled me.
And the first
Ball one
pitch
to
misses
Singleton.
for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
2 for 5 in his career against Jack. Committed pretty early to the sinker there. I think we might be able to get a swing and a miss on changeup if we locate well.
And that's in there at
Or
the
he'll
knees.
just take it right at the knees. And this is a terrible idea. Oh,
Pitch
no!
misses. 2-2.
Well, that's not what I thought was going to happen, but that is apparently ball 2. And now ball 3. Adams struck out. But a full count. Ripped foul.
Fights it
Ready
off,
for the
you'll see
fastball.
another.
28 pitches in for Jack. Only 4 outs recorded. On the ground.
ground to the right
Torkelson
side.
the backhand. He'll play to Flaherty.
The flip to the pitcher cover.
2 away.
2 up, 2 down.
Batting 8. Number shortstop.
Both Astros hitters in the inning have battled
Bases
quite
empty.
well.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros.
That
And
one
first
foul.
offering is fouled off.
Again, not a very good slider there from
Two
Flaherty.
outs, bases
Pena,
empty.
not good career numbers.
1-1.
Pitch number 32 for Jack. That
Headed
one
towards
is
the
foul.
corner.
Not a lot of foul territory down there. And the 1-2. Oh,
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
such a late swing. Man, oh man. 1-2. On the ground. That stays fair and hits the base. He's going for second. He's going to be out here.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. After
Winds
two,
up being a hit,
nothing ball game.
but ends the inning on a bizarre decision to try and stretch that into a double, even with phenomenal speed. All right.
Back here at Dyken Park, and now it's Baez.
Now, bounced off the base, kind of tied up torque. Yesterday's hero, Javi Baez, first pitch. Back up the middle and a leadoff single, top of the order, back up.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no
Might just have to start doing that here against Blanco if he's going to just pound in first pitch fastballs.
0 for 1, he struck out swinging last time.
In a
And right
row.
upstairs, ball 1. Torres, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old, and he was born in Venezuela.
And
That
2-0.
misses the zone, 2-0.
Well, usually
That
a
was
high
the
level of
third
confidence
Tigers
when you're
hit of this
facing a
game.
young pitcher out there on the mound.
Astros with
In this situation,
two themselves.
ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
I got
And
the
there's a
edge.
strike.
Can't say I'm happy with it. Edges of the zone have been inconsistent, to say the least, so far. Whoa!
Big swing and a miss. Baez gets
I
his
was going to
lead
say he
runner
had to
going
swing
out.
right through that. I thought I had it. I thought we were blasting that ball. Inside, and we got a full count. Carpenter due up next. And
And a
we're going to
pop-up
foul it
right
off.
side, foul territory.
Fastball located pretty damn well there by Ronel Blanco.
He makes the
Just
catch.
right up and in, or right up and away,
That
rather.
was a good hard fastball.
high
Some
outside corner.
Nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity. at the
Well,
end just
get ready to
beat it.
try and
Instead of a
blast
line
something.
drive or something hit deep. It's a pop up and an easy
Eric
out for
Carpenter
the
1 for
defense.
1.
Carpenter batting for the second time.
Yeah, he's going to have to
Well, we call that
Gonna have
keyhole.
to
Even though it's right there and looks
put
pretty good, if he
fastballs
doesn't
in
love
in
it, he's
spots
not gonna
like
swing
that
early
against
in the
Carp.
count.
That
Oh,
one reaches the
come
corner for a
on.
strike.
Taking the bat out of the hands of the best hitter in the order.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he
Fastball up and in,
registers
ball
this
called a
one.
strike out of the zone, and then another absolute dot down and away.
Hitting chart just doesn't have much success in that part.
Would have loved to have another chance. He executed 2 pitches in that at-bat really well, and, man, that blows.
And up next for Detroit, Riley Green.
2
One
away for
one
Green.
with a single so far.
A hit back in the first. Didn't mean much. That one is hit hard. Late reaction. But a play made by Dubon in center.
One left for Detroit, and they're down 2-0.
Yeah, what you gonna do? 9-1-2 due up for the Astros against Flaherty.
Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not
Chaz
good.
McCormick
Check of the numbers.
will lead off the inning. Barney made a nice over-the-shoulder catch on a ball off the bat of Dylan Dingler. Would certainly like to see a quick inning out of Flaherty. Carpenter should be able to get underneath this,
Puts it
and
away
does.
for the out.
1 pitch, 1 out is a good start.
Jose Altuve
Now
updated
back,
here.
second
He's 0
baseman,
for 1.
Jose
0 for 1 is Altuve.
Altuve.
Just missed.
Altuve
I
always
swear we're
seems
getting
to be
frustrated
setting
that
records or reaching
the
milestones.
questionable
In
calls
2023,
in this
he
game
became the fastest
all go in the
player to reach
Astros' way.
2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
It's really forcing us to come inside the zone just a little bit more.
Up and in. Now 2 balls.
And I mean, if you're the Astros and you're getting all these calls, why would you swing at anything close?
Just missed.
As aforementioned. 3-1 on Altuve. Chop the changeup foul. Ooh.
It misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I guess in a 3-2 count, Altuve did expand the zone a little bit. Jose has struck out twice in this game. And here's Mauricio Dubon. Hit by a pitch in the first.
Dubon stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
I mean, the good teams that we've seen this season, Baltimore in the last series, Houston in this one, they take their pitches.
Get on first base.
Close. Doesn't get the call.
At some point, this has to turn around. Baez couldn't get it.
It's a fair ball.
Mauricio Dubon with a hit. The Astros third. It'll be a 2-out double, and Yordan Alvarez will bat yet again.
It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Here's Yordan Alvarez.
It's a good effort there by Javi, but what's she gonna do?
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Man, quick inning would have been so nice.
Fouled off. He was late.
Late on the sinker at 91.
The 1-1. And that's in for a strike.
2 strikes. I don't really know what to do here. Oh my goodness, he swung at that and fouled it off.
Runner at second, 2 down.
How are you out in front on that?
Outside
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't
Alvarez
take a pitch
getting
off at
MVP
all.
chance,
Makes
but
it so
a
difficult.
ground out to Torres here. And it ends the inning, and the Astros do no more damage.
One left for Houston.
Mauricio Dubon might be this series' pain in the ass.
And we're back as we go to the top of the
4-5-6 for
Tigers
Detroit.
cleanup hitter,
Torkelson
Spencer Torkelson.
will lead off. Hit by a pitch on the first pitch, his first time.
That's in there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back.
Slider had me fooled, and Blanco's used that pitch a couple of different ways. Sometimes it's got really sharp breaks. Sometimes it just takes forever to move. Wow. Or sometimes it pretty much burns straight down. I thought that was a changeup, and I wasn't going after it.
That's pretty impressive, given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Now here's Nito. Grounded into a really unfortunate double play with the bases loaded back in the first. And this zone is going to drive me insane. And they're missing more than Jack is. That's the annoying part, is they're missing the zone more than Jack Flaherty is. And those are being called strikes, and the ones that Jack throws are not.
Oh. Swing and a miss.
That curveball, I don't know why he doesn't throw it more. It's filthy.
Inning number 4. And ball 1.
Well, we're going to hope that we got this, but early on, I'm not so sure. A lot going against us here today.
Way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And in the dirt again.
This is down and away.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here.
Couple of curveballs. That one had a lot of lateral movement
on it.
on
Times
it.
in this at bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
In the dirt again.
Is in the dirt.
It's 2 straight curveballs. Might be setting us up for a change. Oh,
And a foul
or a
ball that stays
fastball.
alive.
We were on that shit too. Just out in front. That's what happened.
Down
There
in
it
the dirt,
is.
Swing and a miss. And a 2 gone
Well,
following
I
the
certainly,
strikeout.
of all the pitches I was expecting to see, it was a slider down and away. The 5th strikeout for Ronel Blanco here today.
Being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position,
Had a lot of success
you
on
get him to commit
fastballs
early,
down in the
a lot of times
zone.
you get
That's
the
what
swing and miss as you did
we
right there.
tried to
So
commit
out, space is
to,
empty.
and that's what
Zach
happened.
McKinstry, the next
Here's
to hit.
McKinstry. Oh my goodness! To right field! Zach McKinstry, 2nd of the year, is an absolute no-doubter.
Fire up the dugout, his 2nd of the year, and they're on the
Oh
board.
man,
It's
Zach
2-1.
McKinstry does not showcase the power much.
Fastball. He knew exactly what to
There
do
really
with
isn't
it.
a lot of power to showcase, to be honest. But Zach McKinstry home runs will always go
Looks
hard,
like
and the
this guy
Tigers
was
are on the
looking out
board.
over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Let's go. I mean, that's one way to get it done.
2 outs, nobody on.
Now Trey Sweeney.
now at the plate.
Fastball middle and a McKinstry just turned on the sucker.
And that's
Oh! 50-50 call, top of the zone, goes our way. A rarity here today.
and that's the rear for a strike.
Had to make it up for him. That last one was clearly a mistake. And Trey Sweeney! Back-to-back Tigers home runs from unlikely sources.
They do it again.
Tie game.
Back homers. And we are starting over.
What the fuck?
2-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came.
First
We
of the
knew it was
season
only a
for
matter of time
Trey.
before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just
Sydney
too
got
good
a
to
hold of
play.
one.
Back-to-back
And I mean, there's been no
bats, and this
doubt
club is fired up
about
right
these
now.
two homers.
This is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup.
Deep
feeding off
shots
each
to
other, and
right
the
field.
collective confidence just continues to grow.
And the batter now, Dylan
I don't know what you're
Dingler.
doing over there,
Fly
but
to
stop
right
it.
His first time.
Here's Dylan Dingler. Dingler fouled on the right field
And
line.
foul ball.
Oh, okay. You're just
Ball
going to
game is still tied.
act
They can
all
get out of this
suspicious and
inning
then just sit down.
with a
I got
tie
it.
game.
2 down, nobody on.
One
And
and
that's
one.
downstairs. And 1-1.
New heroes indeed. My goodness. Trying to foul again. All of a sudden, Blanco has gone really fastball heavy. Oh,
Got it. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
well, the 6th strikeout for Ronel Blanco, but the Tigers hit back-to-back home runs
Deadlock now at 2 apiece.
with some of the lowest power guys on the team. 3 home runs now combined between these two players. 2 of them just happened.
John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. And
Well,
leading
Christian
off the bottom of the
Walker
fourth,
went deep back in the
Christian
first
Walker.
inning, made it 2-0. Astros. Hard hit on the ground and a great dive from Torkelson.
Man, a lot going on that play.
It's been an
Down the
iffy
top,
day
two is right
defensively.
in that hole.
There have been some plays that looked a little tougher than they needed to be. Torque with a great play there.
And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz.
The Wii announcer foul balls. I feel like I saw a stadium play that sound when a foul ball
And the
actually
first pitch
happened.
misses for ball 1. 1-0.
That's back-to-back innings with 1 pitch outs for Jack
Just
Flaherty.
missed.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches.
But the third still managed to be a long one.
The plate, you may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Close, but call the ball. 3-0.
Can't be serious.
All tied up. We're here in
Can't
the
be serious. It happened again. And that's a ball all the way to the backstop. Doesn't matter.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches.
So walk to Yiner Diaz.
Didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Line out for Isaac Paredes, his last time.
Isaac Paredes. Strike in the
Fastball.
inside corner. 0-1.
Surprisingly, you might say, called a strike.
Just missed.
Lord. The way this game is gone, it's played right into the Astros' hands. They want to be selective. They certainly don't want to swing at anything around the edges. But the umpire's really helping them out today. In the dirt, good block by Dingler.
Dirt blocked. Diaz over at first with 1 away.
Found a way. Jack can't catch a break here today. Long day. And that one's going to get over Trey Sweeney's head. They're sending the runner to third. Throw from Green is offline. Runners on the corners, 1 away. Isaac Paredes.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Not much Trey could have done there.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. So now the
John
Astros
Singleton.
designated hitter.
Runner on the move.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
What?
First and third.
They tried to hit and run. They wanted to get that 2-run lead back. Grounded foul, 2 strikes on John Singleton.
That was close.
Maybe try and get him to pop it up here. Or take it looking. That's fine, too.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You
Third strikeout today for Jack Flaherty.
Play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome.
On Jeremy Pena.
Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
A lot of speed here with Pena. Anything in the gap, 3 bases at least.
Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
To be honest, we're going to be lucky to get Flaherty through 5.
The shortstop
2-1.
Tough spot right here.
They
Couple
do
runners
not
on.
chase.
2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you
2-2.
have to execute.
Or they just
your
don't
pitch.
swing.
Leave something out over the plate. It's going to bring in some runs.
Change up. He was so damn late. 69th pitch of the game. Here's number 70. Oh! Oh, we finally got a call at a big spot.
It's hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job.
I feel like the
of
bad
getting out of
calls
the
are
jam.
still like 20-1, maybe 20-2 in favor of the Astros, but
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
that's a big spot for a benefit call to happen. No doubt about that. I mean, already 70-plus pitches. We're going to want to get some help up in the late stages of the top of the 5th here.
Blanco back to work.
Baez into right, and it carried just a little bit too much.
To grab 1 pitch and 1 out.
Chaz McCormick right there. There's 1 away, but Javier Baez hits the ball hard for the 2nd time today.
Back to the top of the lineup, Gleyber Torres getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in
I don't know what it is. Javier's just been an opposite field hitting machine.
Ball 1
Ball 1 to Gleyber is the top of the Tigers' order. Back up for the 3rd time against Ronel Blanco.
Just about every at bat.
In for a strike.
1-1.
And a count 1-1.
I would like to get Blanco to a point where he's likely to exit after this inning. And Torres with a rocket.
A base hit.
Whoa!
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
I don't know if anybody has more perfect base hits to left on this team than Gleyber Torres.
Those always feel great.
So up next, Kerry Carpenter.
Put a runner on for Carp. It's good stuff. No, good block, though.
In the dirt.
Yainer Diaz has not let a ball get past him here today. Good chunk of space in behind home plate here to the backstop. Ooh.
That one fouled off.
Oh, how did we miss it? Not exactly off the barrel. Carpenter a little bit underneath that. 2 changeups to start the AB.
Right-hander kick steals.
Oh!
Count 1-2.
Oh, that's the last thing I expected. 3 changeups. After we were on the last one and one of the best of the day from Ronel Blanco. Way inside.
2 strikes.
Torres.
Might be trying to get us cautious to the inside part so we can go away. Or he just feeds Carpenter a fastball. 2 on, 1 out here for Detroit. And now Riley Green.
He was all over that one. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. A chance now to take the lead.
Whoa!
At this point in the game, that could be a
Well, who saw this coming?
Out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to
Wow.
dip into the Astros bullpen.
I feel like Ronel Blanco still had more left.
On him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base.
It's a big surprise to see him coming out this early.
Sean Dubin gets the call.
Well, Sean Dubin, 11 games on the year, really high ERA.
Best case scenario,
Gonna be asked to eat some innings here. Has some good heat on the fastball. Maybe they will put him back in later. Against the rules of baseball.
And now it's going to be Riley Green. And
Wow.
immediately pumps in a strike to the left.
How much for the worst viewers? It's a good question.
Hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching
Ask
for
somebody
another
like
play in
Aiden
the
Ross
spot.
or somebody like that. I'd consider that the worst viewers.
Now
Oh, way high.
Strike.
Well, 1-1. Now
the
2-1.
next pitch misses 2-1.
Dubin a little erratic
Right here, but I love
to
the
start
way
his
he's slowing
outing.
the game
A good
down.
cutter
He's
down at the
shrinking
bottom of the
his
zone, and then 2
making sure he gets
fastballs
the
that really
pitches
haven't
he
made us
wants to
think
hit.
too much.
2 on, 1 out. On the corner for a strike. 2-2.
2-2 count.
The calls continue to be primarily in the Astros' favor.
And
3-2.
downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Spencer Torkelson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Ah, that was ball 4.
Off again.
Cutter had me fooled, but I thought he was trying to fire a fastball down and in. At least we fouled it off, and we'll do it again. Have not seen the curve, the change, or the sweeper.
And they're
Up
all
high, bases are loaded here in the
Coin
5th.
flip for the umpire in
And
that
Sean
call, but
Dubin
most
comes out of the
umpires just don't
pen
give pitchers
and
a break on
immediately
the zone
issues a
like that.
walk.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Spencer Torkelson up now.
Well,
for the
Tigers have the
Tigers.
bases juiced for the
Golden
second
opportunity
time
right
today.
here.
We know what happened after the first time.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
There was a
That's just a little bit too much gas.
frustration from walking the
Not
previous
used
hitter.
to
He's got good stuff.
big-time
Pitch inside the zone
fastballs
and
like that
trust
yet
it.
today. I thought we were going to be able to get it. That is an outstanding curveball above the zone. Generally, you think if somebody throws it that high, it's going to break down for you to get after, but no.
Nope. Outside.
Activity in the Houston
1 and
bullpen.
2
Bennett
as there is
Sousa
more
appears to be
action
getting
due up.
loose. Scott also getting ready.
Hell, if Carpenter just makes contact here, might be able to score a run.
Outside. It's 2-2.
They tried to get him to
Oh, I don't know how I
Switched the
held
pitch
up.
down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
He could very well throw a fastball down and away right here, and it'd probably get us. Torkelson, a snag at third. Chance for 2, and the Tigers have done it again.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play.
We have loaded the bases twice through 5 innings, and a double play has killed off the rally both times.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Big oof. Big oof. But we didn't get any action up in the pen. We'll do that now.
And ball one to the right fielder.
Jack has been, we've been on that sinker. We've been on a good chunk of pitches today. Jack's just missing.
So many of their outs have come from weak contact on
Kenta Maeda is ready to go today. We might need him to eat up innings.
That's been true again today.
Because it's safe to say our bullpen isn't in great shape. I'd like to stay away from Tyler Holton today. Would only like to go to Brant Herter if we absolutely have to. We'll go to the guy... well, I guess there's not really a point in bringing up 2 right-handers, so we'll warm up Sean Gunther, too.
Flaherty.
Tie game here, bottom 5. And 2-0.
And the count is 2-0.
And as a pitcher,
been a real struggle for Jack's command.
You feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding.
And that's a problem because the Astros just aren't chasing.
Right out of your hand.
Rip
there's
foul.
A foul ball.
And I mean, Jack just doesn't have swing and miss stuff so far today. On the ground, Sweeney.
Ground ball.
Good speed, good throw, one away.
And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
We're certainly going to tax Jack.
Second baseman, Jose.
So the Houston lineup.
If we get him through this inning.
MVP Jose Altuve.
Good slider.
Zone and a called strike.
Jack doesn't have a lot left on that pitch.
In 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro.
Ball 1.
Third player in club
there it is again. I mean,
hits and 200 home runs.
Time that thing about as perfect as we can. And not only did it miss its spot, it missed almost in the complete opposite corner. There's a dot.
He's in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Curveball's been ass all day. Down the line and just hooking foul.
Just foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact.
I don't really know where to go.
Keep the at-bat alive.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Needs something
another
that's
breaking ball. Try to go
gonna get his timing fucked. 1-2 on Altuve again.
Catching up.
Grounded foul. It is late on the changeup. So maybe we go up and in with a fastball. That one, he's on it.
Good battle.
I have no idea. No idea what to throw. That one ripped off of Baez. Sweeney chases it down. What's the ruling on that?
Now batting, center field.
Didn't pop up as an error, so it'll be a base hit for Altuve.
Up next for the Astros.
Well, this could be a real problem. We're going to call a mound visit. Just in case, because this could be Flaherty's last batter. Mauricio Dubon hit by a pitch, a double his last time. Whoa! There it is, getting tired. And it's by Dingler. Altuve will advance and erase a chance at the double play.
And there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Fouled it off.
Man at second.
Fouled it off.
Away, still 1-2.
I mean, Jack can't take much more of this. Fouled it off.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB
and I mean, just terrible swings here, too. Fouled it off.
also really good.
What else do you want me to do?
Stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability
Pitches 5, 6, and 7 were outstanding. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Flaherty. His 5th of the day, but we are now above 90 pitches with Jack. He does not have much left.
And then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
So the go-ahead run at scoring position. And now here
I hate to do it. I really do, but I feel like Sean Gunther is going to have to come into this game. It's a terrifying thought. A 50-some overall pitcher facing one of the best power hitters in today's game, but
Sean Gunther taking over on the mound.
I mean, what choice do we have?
First appearance of the season.
First appearance of the season for Sean Gunther. A left-hander just charged with trying to get Alvarez out. Well, he's down 0-2. Now, Alvarez, his contact goes way up, actually, against left-handers, but power way down. So if the Astros go in front here, you would think it'll only be by a run. And into left. They won't go up at all. Carpenter there. Sean Gunther comes on, does the job.
So the Astros
Good stuff.
lead one. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2.
2-2, sixth inning upcoming. Nito, McKinstry, and Sweeney.
New inning getting started. Now it's the DH.
Safe to say a rough one for Tomas Nito in a stretch where he has not had many.
Nito, 30 years old now.
So both starters out of this game.
10 as he's hitting over
Neither
400
starter will
during that
factor in the decision.
span. And that
2-0.
misses. And it's 2-0.
Now, Dubin was pretty wild, let's be honest, back in the 5th inning. So feels like a guy that we can wait for something we like. 3-0.
Upstairs.
I mean, to be fair, Nito's a guy that can hurt you. A little bit. More so than a lot of players on this team. So, you put the leadoff man on, create a stack up on the base pass because he ain't quick.
Here's a 3-0.
Yeah, they didn't even think about it.
So a leadoff walk.
4 pitches, nothing came close. Tomas Nito is on.
Play was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So it will be Zach McKinstry.
Now it's the right fielder, Zach McKinstry.
Second home run of the year.
Homered in this game.
His last time. And McKinstry hit a ball hard. It's right at Alvarez.
Puts it away for the out.
Evo's not here today, but a lot of good aims have been occurring. That blows.
So digging in, Trey Sweeney.
I will say, though, it's another good swing for McKinstry. 1-0 to Trey. Acquired last season in the Jack Flaherty deal, and then Jack Flaherty returned to the Tigers in free agency. 2-0.
Another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone.
I'm trying to think who we haven't hit a home run with yet this year.
You're going to have to give in.
Have to take a look at that.
And get back into this at bat.
And Trey hits one hard down the right field line all the way to the wall. Nito will advance to third, and Sweeney pulls in with a double. And we might be looking at the best game of the season for Trey Sweeney. And if we get this bat going at the bottom of the order, oh my goodness, watch out. You already got Nito going for the most part. Maybe not today. Now Dylan Dingler, and all he has to do is put a ball in play, really. And that's hit hard. That'll get the leading run home, even with Tomas Nito. Sweeney heading up to third. Why would we do that? Why would both runners tag? We won't get the tying run home because Trey tagged 2. Unbelievable.
And now the first baseman, Christian Walker.
Well, this is not a good matchup, so Kenta Maeda will enter. Only one out today for Sean Gunther, so he'll be available tomorrow.
Number 18, Kenta Maeda.
Absolutely unreal.
That one hooked foul.
Kenta Maeda, for the most part, has been quite good in his recent outings. Splitter is fouled away. And it's not that he hasn't allowed runs. He has. Oh, boy. That might as well have been the same pitch that Flaherty gave to Christian Walker, and he pounded it. Sweeper hit the other way. McKinstry cannot get there. 0-2 again.
That one not close.
And that's fine. I mean, Maeda, at the very minimum, should be able to go 2 innings. Back up the middle. Sweeney can't get there. Slow roller for Walker. Second hit of the game.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win.
And the leadoff man is on for the Astros.
Up against it with 2 strikes right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good.
No issue with the pitch. Good splitter from Kenta.
Strike one.
0-1.
With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th.
That one's hit hard. Carpenter on the run. He's not going to get it. And it's into that hell hole out there in left. Astros are going to take the lead on a double from Yainer Diaz.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. He put a pretty good jolt into that.
Ah,
Great
shit.
swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. So next
I mean, the Astros have gotten 2 hits off of pitches that were right where I wanted them. Slider will miss low to Paredes.
What I like about something being hit to the right side into the
Now, it
outfield
might not be a bad
is
idea to get a guy
has a very
up in the
good
pen.
read and can
Not
determine whether or not
Canely.
he
We'd
can
probably have to
score
go to
on
a guy
base
like
hit.
Brennan Hanafy today.
Diaz at second with nobody out.
Swing and a miss on the sinker.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be
Sweeper
chasing stuff in the dirt.
keeps the runner where he is.
Tosses to
Tigers
first.
finally getting out here in the
Away, bottom of
6th.
the 6th. John Singleton.
Easy play for
the
Baez.
Astros.
Here's Singleton.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last
Ground
time.
ball.
Let's
It
see
will
if he can
advance
be
the
a little
runner.
aggressive right here.
A funky play for
Swinging to first in
Torkelson,
time.
who flips it on to Maeda for the second out.
Now batting.
And next to hit for Houston, Jeremy.
Well, here's Jeremy Pena batting .333 in the 8th spot here today for Houston.
That
No!
misses, and it's 1-0.
We hadn't even talked about the zone the last couple innings. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1.
That's good location. On the ground, Torkelson again, a sliding play, race to the bag, won by Torg. The Astros get a run on the Yainer Diaz double
It's now a 3-2 ball game.
and reclaim a 3-2 lead.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th week.
Brian Abreu will come out of the pen. 16 games on the year. A great strikeout rate and a sub-1 ERA. Fastball. It's got gas. Slider. Mid to high 80s. Changeup. High 80s to low 90s.
Baez lays off down low as he digs in.
Gotta be selective here. But if Abreu makes his stake, he'll supply some power. 2-0 to Javi.
Breaking ball. Last couple of pitches breaking
1 for
balls
2
away.
today.
I think he's going to have to come
353 on the year.
Open up that location.
And he's been an everyday guy for the most part, which is, I mean, just crazy.
Looking to get the tying run on
3-0.
Gleyber Torres.
Top of the order is due up.
Hoping to get a
Gary
chance to make a
Carpenter
big impact here.
will bat this inning.
And there's
You get the strike. Everything had been away, all sliders away from Abreu. And Baez into center, and that will drop. Hits better than a walk anyway. And Baez with a leadoff single, his second hit today. And that's good. That's a hard hit ball to center field. Good base hit. Solid outcome for Javi. And I bring up the top of the order, who's, I mean, just always dangerous. Gleyber Torres, 1 for 3.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. That's fouled off.
I identified that slider so late. We were so far on front. And the 0-1. 1-1 yet again. A good block by Diaz.
And it's a ball and a strike as the runner holds.
That one is deep! Left field, a hanging slider from Abreu. Gleyber Torres goes deep, and the Tigers have the lead.
Third home run of the season.
Third home run of the game for Detroit. The third home run on the year for Gleyber Torres.
Working for them on autopilot.
Using that short porch and left to our advantage.
Typically don't get away with making a mistake.
Saw that thing start to come down.
He made him pay.
Yeah, not yesterday. On a day when nobody picked him.
And next to hit for Detroit, Gary Carpenter.
Into the Crawford boxes in left field.
Foul ball there.
Throw it back. Yeah. Couple of hits and a strikeout today for Carpenter. And a bouncing
Hard hit
ball.
left side.
Be a tough play.
That's the first
Carpenter's
out.
out. He came 2 for 4.
Manager
So, wow. Brian Abreu will face the minimum amount of batters that he has to.
Won't go any further.
Astros
He
not
leads
happy
in a
with that
one-run
performance.
game. New pitcher
We're going to
comes
head into
out.
our bullpen here in a second, too, to figure out what the fuck we're going to do.
Now pitching for
Bennett Sousa comes on now.
Just trying to keep this one close.
Bennett
here.
Sousa
This is
sounds
where
like not a
both
real
can
player,
give
but
their
I'm fairly
players a
certain
chance
it
to
is.
fight back into the game.
They'll bring on the left-hander for Green. So we have Hannafy up in the pen. 3 righties due up. McCormick, Altuve, and Dubon. We're going to schedule Hannafy, but also warm up Will Vest. The only way that could be an issue is if Alvarez has to hit against Will Vest.
First pitch misses.
Part of the order coming through.
And I mean, the
now,
back end of the
one home run
bullpen,
already in
last
this
2
inning.
games against
They're definitely looking to do
Baltimore,
some more damage.
definitely struggled. I mean, both Will Vest and Tyler Holton allowing home runs. Up the middle. Should be an easy backhand play,
Throws the
2-way.
first in time.
Green didn't hit that slider in a hittable spot, but didn't hit it hard at
Next to
all.
hit, Spencer Torkelson.
And there's Torg. Good matchup here against the left-hander. And Torkelson!
Tries one well.
Oh, it's been a while!
Forget it.
Off the wall behind the Crawford boxes. His 10th of the season. And first since I don't even know when.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting.
Probably the
home runs in
last
this
road
one,
trip.
They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Probably been a week and a half, maybe more, since Tork homered.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Because remember that Torkelson led this team in home runs for a while. And then Carpenter, with a couple of great performances, surpassed him.
Tomas Nido will hit next.
Tomas Nido, this is not a great matchup for him.
In this one.
Good fastball.
And that's strike one.
I said yesterday the Orioles had a pitcher that had a two-seamer. Pitching becoming increasingly rare.
Misses just off the outside edge.
I mean, I guess I'd rather get these types of calls later in the game than the beginning.
And there's
2-1.
Gone,
as much as it was a struggle for about the first 4 innings with the zone. And Nido into right center. This inning will extend. A hit for Tomas Nido on a day that has been fairly rough.
Now batting, right fielder.
So extend the inning for McKinstry.
Now the right fielder, Zach McKinstry.
Just a miserable matchup here, to be honest, but it was against Nido, too. In the dirt, good block by Diaz.
But kept close.
And McKinstry, a bullet right back at Sousa.
With 2 outs.
Seen plenty of balls just right down the middle, way too many.
Trey Sweeney.
And I mean, that is back-to-back hits with guys with contact and power in the 30s. Down low to Trey.
Well, he's just given up 3
First time he's faced a left-hander here today.
Good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Yeah, the pitch is
Well, there's one of those again.
The count is 1-1.
That pitch started in and ended up on
Feels
the
like both
outside
teams
edge.
are griping at the
Just
umpire
changing
here
plays
today.
Very difficult, especially for a
It's been
left-handed
heavily in
hitter to
Houston's
track.
favor, but not been good either way.
Close one.
Whoa!
Get the call. And the count 2-1.
And that's the thing. It's just the inconsistency. You have no idea what's going to happen when it pitches around the edge today. I think it's the first makeup call we got. And Sweeney fouled away 2 strikes. 2 for 3, a double, and his first home run of the year. Found it away again.
2-2 after the foul ball. Nido on second. McKinstry at first. 2 out of the inning.
Full count.
And the count is filled up.
At this point in the game,
3 straight hits for Detroit here with 2 out.
Challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And a chance this inning gets even longer. And a broken bat. Gonna be a tough play here, I think. Throw to first. Sweeney just out. Great play there to end the inning, but 2 home runs for the Tigers. Gleyber Torres hits his 3rd, and then Spencer Torkelson hits his 10th.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brennan Hanifee.
Well, bit more of a gap here for Brennan Hanifee. 6th game of the year, pitching on back-to-back days. Has been way better than I could have expected this year.
Chaz McCormick. That one close, ruled a ball.
Would have loved to give Hanifee some early confidence. Called a ball. And 2-0.
Another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, no free passes. You can't allow that.
Found away.
Foul ball.
Mistake sinker there. Overall, not so bad. 2-1 again.
Swinging a foul.
Chased it. It's right on the outer edge, but overall, pretty good pitch. On the ground, Torkelson. Easy tag in the bag for the first out.
One up, one down.
That play won't be
You got to realize that at some point this year we will allow an earned run with Brennan Hannafy. When will that be? Change of misses to Altuve. Had an odd hit his last time. On the ground, that one is also off the base. That is extra bases for Altuve. Throw from Carpenter. Sweeney's relay not in time as that ball died up against the wall. One out hit.
That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Sinker in from Hannafy.
Duvall in the box now. Takes strike one.
Ooh. Brennan Hannafy, of all people, is getting the Astros to expand the zone. On the ground to Baez. Big second out.
Those plays can be tricky.
Now, I don't really think putting Yordan Alvarez on here is a very smart call.
Digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one.
He's not really been much of a factor here today.
That is ball one.
0 for 3. Rocket foul. How you barrel that up? At the knees. No! No! Come on! Not against Alvarez. And a chopper. Alvarez not quick. Torres a little flip. And Brennan Hannafy allows the double to Jose Altuve. But no damage is done against Brennan yet again. I wish I could tell you. I really do. Why 60-something overall Brennan Hannafy is effective, but I have no idea. Like, his command is fairly decent. There are guys with way worse command. But man, oh man.
Up now for the Tigers. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Well, Dylan Dingler should have driven in a run his last time up, but for whatever reason, Trey Sweeney tagged up from second. Dingler, foul.
McCormick on the run.
Oh, you were kidding.
One last foul.
Oh, that ball had more on it. It didn't.
Next
Foul away,
offering is
splitter.
fouled back.
So Will Vest is up in the pen. We got a 2-run lead as things stand. We'll schedule Vest. Actually, wait a minute. Ah, yeah. Alrighties. Makes sense.
That one
1-2.
inside.
Astros have good attendance. We don't usually.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the
It'll
zone,
change.
leaving the count
It'll
off at
change as this
2-2.
season goes
Such
along.
a better feeling for the hitter.
Dingler fouled
Stays
away.
alive.
Again. And a
On
ground
the
ball.
ground, right
It's a
side.
good slider on the outer edge.
Altuve slings to
Altuve
first.
fires to
And that's
first. One away.
As the leadoff man is out in the
Now you got Baez.
Now it's
Raised
Javier
his
Baez.
average here today. 2 for 3. Up to 360. And a
In the
weak
air,
fly
right
ball to
field.
right.
McCormick.
Well, that'll drop it back down a little bit more, but still a 2 for 4 day for Javi. Well, Gleyber Torres, and we'll flash back what he did his last time.
Absolutely, a 2-run shot that really looks pretty large in this game right now.
I was hoping for more showcases of power from Gleyber, but just hasn't really happened yet. But 3 home runs is just fine. I mean, Riley Green's got 3. Gleyber's just way more stretched out.
That missed
Ball
by
one.
a lot.
No strike.
And that's ball 1.
I mean, he can't walk Torres here. Do not bring up Carpenter. Woo!
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Whoa!
Wow, no fair right there. I mean,
Oh!
That slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that.
2-1.
Next one misses. 2-1.
Thing didn't even really slide. It was just there. Oh!
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. 2 down, nobody
Just
on.
slightly out in front on that with Torres. 2-2. And in
Down to
dirt.
3-2.
Well, you're threatening to extend the inning for Carp. And they do.
Pitch is outside.
Wonder if Taylor Scott will go any further.
Just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
Carpenter.
So, man aboard. And up next for Detroit,
I don't think it's going to be a bad idea to get a guy like... fuck, I don't know. Brant Herter up. Even though that's not ideal. Carpenter 2 hits today. And a rocket foul. Good fastball down and in from Taylor Scott.
Two outs. That one's upstairs.
Lynch.
1.
I was kind of hoping that pitch was going to come down, maybe a hanging splitter, but not the case there.
And make it an easy out.
What?
So far, all we've seen in is at-bat are fastballs.
Oh my goodness, that's one of the worst of the day. That didn't even clip the edge. In the dirt, and yet again. Yainer Diaz had a busy day. Oi. 2-2 on Carpenter. Shouldn't be, but it is.
Here's the 2-2.
Rocket back up the middle, his third hit. I was thinking about going with Torres. That ball had nothing on it.
Lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Extend the inning for Green, and that will end the day for Taylor Scott. Astros are done watching it happen
Manager
here.
out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Taylor Scott gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the.
Well, who's coming on? Another left-hander, Brian King.
Brian King.
So we do at least trust Green a little bit more against left-handers than Carpenter.
I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Green.
Curveball outer edge. 4-pitch pitcher is King.
That one finds the zone.
Curveball slider.
Not quite ready to hit.
Not much you're going to do there. Not quite ready to hit.
Now back is against the wall.
Shut up, Singy.
Something out and figure it out quickly.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over.
Got nothing but breaking balls away. What the fuck do you think I'm going to do? So we will bring Will Vest on. Try to keep this game where it is, but a rough series against Baltimore for the back end of the pen.
The cleanup hitter, Christian Walker.
A 2-run lead here. Ground ball for Christian Walker. Been a menace for us here today. That's another bullet, but foul.
Well foul.
That shit's in the concourse.
The 0-2.
What?
Got him looking. And a key out leading off the bottom.
That's the same pitch that I've now thrown with 3 different pitchers to Christian Walker. And I mean, the first one, he hit out. The second 2, he has not done any damage on. And I have no idea how.
You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after.
Here is Diaz.
The batter now, Yainer Diaz.
Counts 1-0.
That's inside. And that one missing low.
All right. Is that one of the first calls at the knees we've gotten today?
He's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
That clips the inside corner for a strike.
2-2 here from Vest.
Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Chopper, late reaction from Torres. And Yainer Diaz, yet another hit. Yet another hit when this team just cannot get reliable defense in the middle infield.
That's in for a strike.
How some things have gone wrong. As here is Isaac Paredes. I don't understand that. I do not understand the meter pitching in this game. I mean, you time it perfect and it misses on the complete opposite corner.
And ball
1-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Chopper. Gonna be a tough turn for two. Sweeney, Torres on the first. Oh, what a scoop by Torkelson.
that's the inning.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman.
Oh.
Shortstop, perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Spencer Torkelson bails out Torres.
Back here at Dyke
My
Park,
goodness.
We go to the ninth.
And now
here's the
Torkelson.
Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson.
Lefty and two righties are due up. I don't know, fucking, do I go to Brant Herter or what? Anyway, so I don't really want to use Tyler Holton today, but I'm not sure if there's much of a better option. I mean, Vest didn't have a quick inning. I don't know. Hopefully we can score a couple of runs in this inning and bullpen stuff won't matter. Torque against Brian King.
And that one fouled off.
Woo! That felt like one we could have got. Maybe starting to get back in that groove with Torque again.
And a foul ball.
Or maybe not. I mean, we fouled away two fastballs here. Been slightly behind each of them, though.
What?
What
1-2.
2 strikes.
plan there? Probably just make it so we have no idea what's coming. Inside again.
This is inside.
All heat from King. I knew it was going to be close enough.
And a strikeout for the first out.
What you gonna do?
Well, classic pitch sequencing there.
You've seen the best and the worst of Torkelson here
The pitch
today.
before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel.
Well,
just
Tomas
falls off the
Nido,
table.
his one hit of the day came against the left-hander.
And first
That's
offering
uncommon.
is fouled off.
Brian King trying to hold this where it is. Oh,
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Nido does have one hit. Yes. He might have even scored a run. We'll have to check the points. He might be generally okay.
Good job.
That's
to
a
fight
disgusting
that one off.
two-strike pitch. Slider up and in. Not so certain. We'll check.
One down, base is empty.
Oh!
Saves another, and that's three
Oh!
straight strikeouts.
Just ripped it.
3 straight strikeouts for Brian King. He's a god out here.
The hip and just watch it jump back over the inside part of the plate. Tell you what, you are baffled expecting that to almost hit you and then end up as a called strike.
I mean, hey, given the way that this game started for Tomas Nido,
Two down, base
negative
is
threes,
empty.
first two
Now it's the right
ABs.
fielder, Zach McKinstry.
Last chance is Zach McKinstry, who hit a home run earlier. And McKinstry with a little looper. And my, oh my, we are in a really tricky situation here today
Hitting continues.
Now batting.
They kept him in the yard
because
that time,
our
but all he's
thumbnail
doing now is
choices
passing
right
the
now
baton, and
are Zach
everything seems to get
McKinstry
started around
and this guy, Trey
There's the
Sweeney.
shortstop at the plate. Trey
When have we
Sweeney.
ever said that? Trey Sweeney, hard hit on the ground, but picked by Altuve. Tigers will head to the 9th with a 2-run lead in the first of 3 against the Houston Astros. And we've got a decision to make as to who's going to pitch it.
Yeah, the Astros 3. And we're back. Bottom 9, and now the DH, John Singleton.
So let's take a look at this. Got a left-hander in Singleton. Now we got a left-hander due up to pitch this inning, I think, regardless. Unless we think Will Vest can go, I don't really know if he can. 12 pitches in already. He'd need a really quick out here on Singleton, but I don't know.
Back to work.
Wow.
Way inside.
Not the start you want. I think committing to Will Vest here to start this 9th is going to make it so he has to face at least 2 hitters. On the ground to Torkelson. A result in 3 pitches is a great thing. Great thing.
To deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't.
And I mean, now we could go get the final out with Herter, I think, if we want. Whoa! Oh my goodness, the worst call of the day! That shit wasn't close.
On the outside corner for a
0-2. Oh my God. Slider, check swing, went around, 2 outs.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul.
Well, 18 pitches in for Will Vest. Probably going to need a day off tomorrow.
So next up for Houston, Chas McCormick. And first offering is fouled off.
Woo! Well, that got scary.
Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion,
Change-up will miss just low.
Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys
Good
because
Lord,
it's just
back
different.
and forth and back and forth.
left-handed,
Just
but you
got
hit
home and causing
right-handed.
chaos. On the ground and a base hit.
And that one finds its way through.
Tying run to the plate.
Tying run to the plate.
And we've got a right-hander due up in
Seems like he got
Altuve.
exactly what he
And
was
then a
looking
right-hander
for
up
right
in
there. Not
Dubon.
much to this one other than just a willingness to
I
get the
feel
other
like
way.
it's got to be Will Vest.
Right there. Nice job of staying back and letting
Jesus
the ball get
Christ.
deep. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
With the tying run at
Back
the
end
plate,
has had
the
its
home team
struggles.
trying to pull it out.
Swing and a miss by Altuve.
No balls. 2
Astros down to their final strike.
Next offering
1-2.
misses, and the count is 1-2.
All right, I know where I'm going.
1 strike away.
Got him looking.
And
Whoa.
that's the ball game.
Well, Will Vest,
Always nice to grab the
for the
opener
most
of
part, will
series. You
come
to a
on
new
and
ballpark,
just
and
shut the
sometimes
door.
things aren't as comfortable as what you've been
That's
used
got to
to.
feel
The ball
good
doesn't look straight.
for us and
The
Will Vest. I
background isn't
mean,
what you like,
after
but
the
they
struggles
didn't let
of
those
Vest and
distract them. In fact,
Holton
they looked like they
against
played a ball game.
Baltimore, for
Excellent
Vest
job
to
set the
go
tone for this series.
2 full innings here
Final score in this one.
is
For
huge.
Chris Singleton and our
Tigers win the opener. Kenta Maeda
So
wins the game. He's 2-0. Brian Abreu to 2-1. And Will Vest picks up save number 1. So we're back at it tomorrow against Houston.